All the pink pieces of paper are up there for everybody. If there's no drive there, then it's not quite ready. So that's. Would you mind when you sit? Would you mind sitting on the left? No, whenever you do, but on the left hand. Okay. Okay. Oh.
Hello, everyone. Hi. That's kind of windy. Hello, everyone. Hi. Welcome to the graduating class, 2016 class of the Youth Voices Digital Institute. This is the first demo. Thank you. You can clap. Tonight we're here to celebrate you. 10 young people who came from Imperial Valley and stayed here for a week at San Francisco State and let us work you to the last inch of your tired bones and learn multimedia and learn how to be storytellers. But before we talk about you, we have to thank some people here tonight. Okay? So first we have to thank the funders, because without them there would have been no money to do this. So I want to thank the Vesper Society and President Miyoko Oshima, who's here with us today. And I want to thank the Whitman Institute, and we met John Esterly sometime this last week. And then I want to thank our sponsors, which is sfbay.ca, and that's Jesse and Scott and other people. And I want to thank the San Francisco State Journalism Department, because without them we wouldn't have this room and, you know, a lot of other things. So thank the sponsors. And I want to thank John Funadiki and the Renaissance Journalism Center for taking on this project. So John, wherever you are, thank you. But now I also have to thank the staff. And I want to start off with two people who formerly weren't on the staff, but who went above and beyond. Jose and Richard, can you come up here? Stand right here. Stand right here. Richard Montenegro Brown and Jose Flores, you know them because you traveled with them. Richard has been a journalist that's been working on the ground with some of your schools. And Jose Flores is your teacher, is some of your teachers at Raleigh Union. And they didn't expect to be driving the van to get you to the airport and then they're going to drive you back. But when I had a problem finding a shuttle, no shuttles would go to the Imperial Valley. I was, how am I going to get these folks up here? I asked them if they would do that, and they did that. And it took, they had to go get the car the day ahead, they had to return the car. So I just want to really, really thank you. And it's been a real honor to work with you, and I really look forward to working with you in the fall. So thank you. And then Josue Rojas and Gabriela Arbizu, can you come up here, please? Okay. Now, who are these folks? They were kind of like mom and pop in the ground. These are the two that lived with you, that took care of you at night after we had tired you out during the day, answered your problems, gave out laundry soap, gave out Band-Aids, gave out aspirin, you know, whatever you needed, held hands and talked to you. And I just really want to thank you because even though the teaching staff is very important, when young people are away from home, some of them for the first time for this long, it's really important to me that I know I have good people down there in the dorms with them. Because that's when the tears sometimes start in the evening. That's when things, you know, can go wrong. So I just want to thank you for just really being on top of it and you know, just doing everything you had to do and going beyond. So thank you very much. So Gabby, take your card. Okay, then I have to call up Alejandro and Gabby again. Imagine that. Okay, these two were your multimedia editor mentors. And I asked them to come on board to work with you throughout the day, to give you the support you need, because I knew you would be working really hard. So they were there for you, they traveled with you, they went wherever you went, and I just want to thank you for taking care of them and offering all your knowledge and sharing that with them. Thank you very much. And then there's the two main instructors, Jesse and Scott. So I first met these two in the mid-1990s. And they were students here. They were students in this department. Well, it wasn't here.
Was here?
Oh, it was here. It was here. It was here. And I have to say that, you know, I was really crossing my fingers that they would be available to teach you because you don't make it teary-eyed. No, because they are some of the most knowledgeable, professional, caring men that I know. And you know that because they took care of you, right? They I'll let them talk about you later, but I just want to say thank you so much for taking this on. And they were with you the whole time, and they're really, really tired. Really. And, you know, I think, give them a thank you, please. Okay, so, I think, you know, John Kunabiki spoke to you, I think it was Monday evening, and everyone's crying out there. And he couldn't be here because he's away at a conference, but he did send you a video, so we're going to watch that video.
You want to remember me? I'm sorry I can't be with you at San Francisco State University for your graduation, but I just wanted to send you my wishes for a great event. I'm in upstate New York right now attending a conference with a whole bunch of journalists and music makers and artists and other storytellers from all over the country. We're talking about ways that we can use storytelling to help our communities become stronger and better. I just wanted to extend my congratulations to you for graduating from the Imperial Valley Youth Voices project workshop. You are first graduates, so you are pioneers. Well, maybe you might think of yourself as guinea pigs in this little experiment. Either way, you've been great. Everyone has been impressed by how quickly you picked up these new skills, how smart you are, the great questions you ask, and how enthusiastic you've been. We really enjoyed working with you. So as you pack up and prepare to go home, I hope you'll think about a couple of things. First of all, remember, my wish is that you'll become storytellers. We hope that you'll use these new powers and skills of storytelling to tell stories about yourselves, about your schools and your families, and about the community. We think you will use these skills not only to tell the stories that have happened, but maybe, just maybe, you'll be able to use these stories to tell the stories of your futures, to make your dreams come true. That would be really cool, okay? So think about these new superpowers that you have. I want to thank everyone who's been involved in the program to help out, the organizing, the teaching, the shuttling you around. Oh, I'm not going to thank the super shuttle. They're the only disaster that we experienced. But go home, enjoy yourselves, think big dreams, and use this new storytelling practice.
Okay, now it's about you, okay? And I want to say that this week, you learned so many skills. I mean, some of them you knew, or maybe you knew partially, but this week you learned how to research and develop questions for interviews. You learned how to think about shooting a scene or an interview, making editing decisions, putting together a compelling video. And I think now, when you have a guest speaker in your class, I expect you to get on the internet the day before and come up with some questions. Because what do guest speakers do? They always say, does anyone have any questions? And usually, there's not many. Well, now there's going to be 10 people that have questions. Okay? So anytime you know a guest speaker is coming in, you get on the internet. Because you know now how to research on the internet and which sites are really good. And we're going to send you stuff once you go back to remind you to. So I'd like to ask Scott to come up. And I don't know, Jesse, do you want to introduce the videos, or how do you want to just, okay.
Okay. So the protocol for what we're going to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to announce your name, get a certificate for you, and then we're going to say a few words as we watch your movie. Okay. So the first movie that we're going to see is one by Kendra Jones. Congratulations. So, yes. Thank you. Okay, so a sign of a good journalist is that they do whatever it takes to get the story right. We have our credibility and our integrity, and the determination and dedication that Kendra showed for her video was incredible. And it was absolutely the sign of a great journalist. And if you're doing a production, any visual production, whether it be photo, a long-term photo story, or video or audio, there are going to be some technical difficulties. And it is very easy to want to throw in the towel. And Kendra did not do that. She stayed till the last minute, and with her hard work and dedication, she got it done. And it was fantastic. Yes, yes.
My name's Alexis Terrazas. I'm the editor-in-chief of the local newspaper. We're a bilingual Latino newspaper that's been serving not just San Francisco's mission district, but the Bay Area community since 1970. We were formed out of the 1968 strike at SF State, where students were demanding a College of Ethnic Studies.
My name is Mabel Jimenez. I am a photography editor. I do a few things around here. I also run the advertising sales. I do the layout of the newspaper, but I guess my main role is as a photo editor. I started here at the Colote as a volunteer, as an intern back in 2008.
My name is Josue Rojas. I'm an artist, a muralist, a San Francisco-based teacher, and also I teach art. So I'm really happy to be here with you guys. I'm going to share with you guys a little bit about San Francisco murals, specifically the mission, and where we're at right now, which is Balmy Island. This one's called Indigenous Eyes, War or Peace. And it didn't look like this, right? It didn't look like this when it was first offered. If you guys look at it, what do you see? You see a huge field, and you see some prosperity, and then down here you see some eyes. The field becomes eyes. You see a kind of a calaca, una calavera, with the soldier's hat. And then on that side, what do we see? Una paloma, which is a symbol for what? Faith, hope, another one. Peace. So this is really talking about war and peace, also through the eyes of a child.
Okay. Hi, my name is Kim, and this was a very hard week for all. So I just want to say that thank you for all and Eva and everyone to give us this opportunity. I learned a lot, and I just want to say to thank you, Scott, for saving my work, and thank you to all. I'm very happy. And that's all.
All right. So the next video that we're going to see is one by April Llaneros. So after the movie, we'll you can speak and we'll give you the certificate. But I just want to say that another good characteristic of a journalist is to be inquisitive and to always ask questions and never settle. And when difficult questions are asked, it's always a journalistic pleasure to see a politician pause. And that's what happened this week. And you never want to settle for no. And as a representative of the public voice, it is our job as a journalist to represent our community and get answers. And so you did a fantastic job as a visual journalist this week. And the other thing that I want to point out when we watch the video is there is a balance between art and journalism. And as a visual journalist, as a documentarian, the qualities were from the beginning. A camera that you had never picked up before. All of you testing the limits of the capabilities of the tools and exploring new techniques. And so we definitely see that exploration in this video. It was fantastic to see. So we will see your video now.
Or one of the first questions I always ask when there's like a potential intern with us is like, what do you read? That's the number one question, because I do think the more you read, the better reporter it will make you, and better writer it will make you. One of the other things I feel like we kind of took major strides in is our visual presence of the newspaper. I've never been surrounded by this many talented photographers, like, ever.
My name's Megan. I live in Brentwood and I go to school at Heritage High School. I take this to my parents invited me to come for these activities leaving Brentwood. They're my favorite team and my family grew up with them. So I was always watching them. What is your name? Josh. I am here on a trip from Boys and Girls Club from San Mateo. I don't really have a favorite here. I mean, I would like the A's to win, but it's, I don't care.
My name is Josue Rojas. I'm an artist and also an educator, and I'm also a San Francisco Mission local. The decision to become an artist, I was really lucky. Really was because it was the only thing that I really felt that I shined at. And so it chose me. One of the real great things is the idea of seeking justice. And art does that in a very unique way because it helps us imagine what can be. So it's not just about making something pretty, but it's also about talking about the reality and the truth as you see it and as your community sees it. And even though I can't change the world, I can provide a vision of a changed world. I think it's really special and important to believe in yourself, and it's also special and important to sort of follow those dreams, even though if it seems kind of impractical.
April and Dennis.
There were so many times throughout this week where I just wanted to stop and just give up, but with determination and ambition and lots of coffee, I've made it through. And everyone here was just so amazing and just easy to talk to. And I didn't get to know all of you guys. I really wish I should, but it was a great meeting and it was lots of fun. And my hair is red. Okay, I'd like Alejandro to come up and announce the next.
Okay, right from me. There was someone very determined, wild, crazy, energetic, and ready to go out there and grab a story. Which was I looked from far away, and I was impressed. Someone who didn't have the journalistic skills, and she came here and she learned, and she was open to just learning everything that we taught her, and I was really touched. I want to congratulate you. You did an amazing job. All of you did an amazing job, and so let's enjoy your video.
So I was born in a little town in Guatemala, Puerto Vallarta, so in Central America. I grew up there and was brought to the U.S. by my parents when I was 14. Well, you know, the issue of immigration is a very personal issue for me, and we have actually done a number of things in the area of immigration. I would say that the first major political fight that I had after being elected as supervisor was over immigration. It was actually kind of surprising to me because you think that in progressive, liberal San Francisco, the issue of immigration would not be as controversial or as challenging as it has been, but it was.
I'm a child of an immigrant mother, you know, and my mom tells me how hard it was for her. And I only think like if maybe she had an opportunity other than working in the fields here when she came here, maybe she could have, you know, been educated. I don't know, but she was never given that. So if I have the opportunity to, you know, tell the success story of somebody else, then that's what I love to do.
So this whole teach is about that. Los muchachos que se vienen en la bestia, sí, encima del tren, de eso se trata. So it's young people who are migrating, young unaccompanied minors who are migrating from Latin America through Mexico on the top of the train. So I wanted to tell that story because it was important. People to learn about the migration story, the immigrants' plight, and also to have love and respect for them. Because when we think about immigrants, we think of people that are in the shadows, but the truth is, there are people that are next to you on the bus, and there are people who live next to you, and the people who create the things that we love, like food and music and vibrancy, right? So These are the things that are in my mind as I create my work.
Here we go. Really hard.
Well, I remember signing up for this program, and I brought my two closest friends, and I knew this was going to be an experience for all, but I never imagined it to be this cherished in my heart, because I met really amazing people here with just positive vibes. Jesse, Gabby, Scott, Alejandro, Emma, Jose, everybody was so kind. And I mean, I'm trying to bash the Imperial Valley, but nobody's as kind over there as they are here. And I really learned a lot, and I will forever cherish this week. Thank you.
Now I've messed up all the folders, I'm sorry.
So I have yeah. If there was someone that I really admired, how despite how tired she was, how late she got here, you know, doing her work, I really admired how she just kept going and going and going, and nothing stopped her. Nothing stopped her. And I think as a journalist, you have to have that mindset. You have to have that, I'm going to get this done, hard working, determined. And I just want to tell you, I hope that whatever you do in life, you're this way. I hope, because hard work pays off in the end. Don't ever let your current circumstances dictate your future. And I hope that you can work even hard and just grow as a person and as a human being. And oh, and I want to say, I love everyone's video, but I just want to say hers was really hip. So.
Hi, my name is Ellie Gordon. I'm 17 years old and I'm a high school student from Dallas High School. I enjoy this trip because I got to know the hard work students do every day, and I realize that they are an important part of this community. In this video, I'm going to show you the places I think were the best here in San Francisco.
Love the beach because the water calms me, and there's just something about the beach that's so peaceful.
And I'm a member of the San Francisco Board of Supervisors, where I represent District 9 in San Francisco. And District 9 includes the neighborhoods of Richmond, Colonel Heights, Cordova, St. Mary's Park. And I am 45 years old. It probably seems really old to you guys.
hate is because this is what I wanted to do. This is what I've been wanting to do for all my life. So it makes me this moving and this beautiful in a singular. Writing on buses, kids always intrigued by writing on buses. Something between a traditional something just a part there, which is less about it. But the big part is that composer is writing on it. I'm going to do it.
Thank you everyone that helped us, and especially for taking us to a Golden Gate Bridge.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you, Ella. Thank you, Jesse, for letting us put cumbias in your car. Mamá, Jose is Hispanic. Nunca me había cansado tanto en una semana, ni siquiera en un día. Haberme levantado temprano en vacaciones no me gustó, pero pues este fue el resultado de haber desvelado y madrugado por toda una semana. Muchas gracias a todos.
Next, we're going to talk about Beto Lopez. So, yeah.
Okay, so Beto is like the little brother that, actually I did have a little brother, but Beto is, when Beto sets his mind to something, whether he wants to do it or not, that's about it. But that's also the quality of a leader, and I want you to always remember that you're a leader. And the funny thing about Beto is that he knows he's smart. He knows what's happening around him, what everyone's doing, but he keeps things on the down low, sometimes pretend like he doesn't know what's happening, but he always gets things done when he wants to. Quick story, so one day he left his phone here in the lab, called me like at 10 at night or something, and I was like, Beto, it's done, get to your Snapchats in the morning. And he's like, nah, yeah, he's like, you can't give up hope. And I was like, okay. And I was like, okay, we'll go to the building. He's like, yeah, we're gonna make it happen. Go through the 3rd floor, 2nd floor, 1st floor, and I was like, I told you. He's like, no, you can't give up. And then finally, he finds a security guard. He approaches him in the most polite way, explains the situation, is calm and collected,
And the security guard's like, cool, I'll get you your phone. So he knows how to handle himself in so many different situations. And he knows how to get things done, whether it's in basketball, whether it's here. And I know you're going to continue to get things done because you're a leader and you get it done right. So.
18 years old. I go to Valley High School. I was born there in Valley, California, and I play basketball and I run track. My week has been actually pretty good in San Francisco. I've enjoyed it. It's been time, but I really enjoyed it because I never been here. And I've gone to places like the beach, the Oakland A's game, the district mission, and City Hall. But we actually been on the beach since we took the bus over there, and right when we got off, we just took out our cameras and we videotaped everything we did, and we interviewed some people, and it was fun, just walking around, seeing all those people. What I liked about the beach was probably the weather. The weather's really nice. And you see everybody out there just jogging, taking a walk, walking by the beach right there by the shore. It's just amazing. We went to City Hall to interview David Campos, who's the supervisor of District 9. And that was our goal, to go there, interview him, and just have some fun there. I enjoyed going to City Hall because I've never been to a place that big. It's really nice when you go inside, and if you look at the ceiling, if you look at the place, it's just beautiful in there. The opening A's game was actually pretty good. I thought it would have been better, but I mean, overall, it's pretty good. I had fun with my friends, we had a good laugh, we ate, and even though they lost, we still had a pretty good time. The Mission District, we went there, it was probably the best trip we took so far. I liked it the most because there's a lot of things there, and I've never seen so many places together in one whole district. And it's just fun looking at new things, and I got to experience that. Yeah, it's actually been a really good week for me. Even though it was one of the most tiring weeks I remember having, I actually liked it a lot because I got to visit places I've never been to, and those places were actually amazing, Balmy Alley, Beach, City Hall, District, Mission District, below the too, we went there, and the open air thing was just a wonderful weekend there. Test. All right. I got a lot to say, but I'll make it quick. I want to thank everybody, especially that made this happen, because I've never been here, and it's something that you guys gave me a chance to experience, and I'm really grateful for everything you guys did for me this week. And I got to meet some new people here, and they were a little nice sometimes. Not gonna say anything, but yeah, I'm just glad, I got the chance to come here to San Francisco and experience new things I've never seen. And it's been a very, very tiring week, like I said. I was just sleeping the whole time, mostly. But I'm just glad that I got the chance to come. I want to thank each one of you. You guys helped me a lot. I learned a lot. And I want to give a shout out to my dad who's watching. And just thank you.
Okay, next we're gonna talk about Laura Romero, and Gabby, can you come up?
Okay, so Laura can come off as very shy at the beginning, and
The thing about Laura is that she's not shy. She's paying attention. Don't make me cry, girl. Está prestando atención. She's paying attention to her surroundings because she's a learner. She tries to absorb as much as possible. Trata de aprender lo más que puede. So whether it's learning to improve her English, learning how to make an edit, pregunta preguntas. Eso es lo que me encanta de Laura. That's what I love about Laura. She asks questions, even though she may not be the one that just to yell out questions, she listens, she processes, and then she asks. And I was so proud of her because during each interview, she asked questions, whether it's at David Campos or at Tecolote. She prepared the night before, opened her notebook and her questions. She was ready. And estaba preparada completamente para cada entrevista. Preparó la noche de antes para cada entrevista con el supervisor, con el editor, y estaba lista. Laura, te admiro mucho y espero que sigas creciendo, aprendiendo y más que nada, que siempre creas en ti misma.
My name is Laura Simone. I'm a student from Broadway High School. I'm 17 years old. I was born in Mexicali and actually in Broadway. This trip is about journalism by San Francisco State University. On Monday, we went to the ocean view, and it was very fun to see the ocean waves. I had never been there. On Tuesday, we went to the studio home, and we interviewed David Campos, that is the supervisor of San Francisco.
My name is David Campos, and I'm a member of the San Francisco Board of Supervisors, where I represent District 9 in San Francisco, and District 9 includes the neighborhoods of Division, Vermont Heights, Portola, St. Mary's Park, and I am 45 years old, which probably seems really old for you guys.
My name is April Lenos, and I'm 15 years old, and I'm with Youth Voices. Yes, it was really interesting, and I really liked just looking at how well made it was. It was huge. I learned a lot more about San Francisco and how big it is and what his job is here.
On Wednesday, we went to the baseball game that was in Oakland, the A's against Brewers.
I came because my friends invited me to come for the police activities league in Brentwood. Because they're my favorite team and my family grew up with them. So I just always loved them. We are here to see the A's win the game. What do you like the A's? Well, not necessarily I like the A's. I kind of like the Dodgers. And so, I mean, I don't care who really wins, or I don't really care what team wins, or I don't really have a favorite here. So I mean, I would like the A's to win, but if they don't.
I'm the leader and I'm the director of corporate communications. So I handle all of the PR for the team. Everything that's proactive is really what I am responsible for. So all of our messaging that goes out about anything that we're doing in the community, all of our business, everything that we're doing off the field, our players, community involvement and things like that, that's what I work on. I also handle all of our message points and all of our communication from our ownership and senior leadership and senior management. I oversee baseball PR, which Alex is part of that team this year are as team translator, as you guys know, in baseball and soccer and other sports, a lot of people that come around from Latin American countries. So obviously there's a big need there for communication between trainers, travel agents, the media especially. That's where I kind of come in and I serve as a liaison and a translator for our players and the media and so forth and staff.
Online, I am the writer for SFA. It's a web-only media outlet. And also, like you said, I cover all home games.
Thursday, we went to El Tecolote. We interviewed Alexis Terrazas and Mabel.
No, you can't. Well, maybe you can. I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. I don't know if you've experienced this yet, but sometimes there's like a switch and like a trigger, and once that switch is hit, there's no turning it off. Like I can't stop.
I started here at the Tecolote as a volunteer, as an intern back in 2008. And then, I took some time off, and after I graduated college, like Alexis said, we went to school together. I just kind of called up and then happened to be meeting the photo editor in 2011, so that's when I started.
And we went to the Belmi, we interviewed Jose Rojas.
I think, you know the phrase salir adelante? En español, salir adelante? It means like get ahead or you made it. And when we talk about our families and salir adelante, to get ahead, you never finish doing that. Uno nunca termina de salir adelante. Aunque estemos acá, hay que seguir saliendo adelante. You have to continue to try and get ahead. So I don't think I'm ever going to be done doing that as an artist.
This trip was an excellent experience. I met a lot of people. We went to different places, including the Golden Gate Bridge. I learned a lot of things.
As you can see, I'm never saying well. I came with friends, Areli, Kendra, Brandon, Beto, and actually I have new friends. This week was so tired, but I really had an excellent experience. So thanks Lucy, thanks Gabby, thanks Alejandra, thanks Scott, thanks Sarah, and thanks Mr. Flores, and everybody.
Okay, next we're going to talk about Alexis Castillo.
I got taller like within a minute. Alexis. So the thing about Alexis is that during chaotic situations, she always keeps her cool. You do, trust me, I've seen it. So things can be a little chaotic and she's just like, okay, what are we gonna do next? And she just smiles. I'm like, I'm so stressed. Alexis, you're so smart. You're so caring, cool, and charismatic. And I hope that you continue to support your friends and to just move forward. And I'm so proud of you and everything that you've done. You're such a caring person, and you just go out of your way to help your friends and to just help the people around you. And I really saw that shine through, because you don't, when someone asks you for help, you don't say why. You say, how can I help you? Or, okay. And I think those are qualities of definitely a team leader, but just someone that really cares. And always continue to care about those people that care about you. So.
My name is David Campos, and I'm a member of the San Francisco Board of Supervisors, where I represent District 9 in San Francisco, and District 9 includes the neighborhoods of Mission, Vernal Heights, Borderland, St. Mary's Park, and I am 45 years old. Before I was elected supervisor, I was actually the chief lawyer for the schools in San Francisco. And I think it's my background as an immigrant that leads to this point. I sort of feel that this is a great country that has done a lot for me, and that because of that, I have a responsibility to give back. I think being better than being elected office does give you that opportunity. As a lawyer, I can make a lot more money than what I'm making as a supervisor. But I think, I went to school, I went to law school, because I wanted to make a difference in the world. This job has given me opportunities to do that.
I am an elected official that happens to be Latino, that happens to be gay, that happens to be immigrant. But at the end of the day, I'm a human being, and I try to represent everything, And I was elected to represent District 9, where the vast majority of voters are not Latino, and so I'm very proud of that. At the same time, I'm very proud of my Latino heritage, but I also, I'm very proud of being gay, very proud of being immigrant. And, what I have learned is the more you get to know people, the more you realize that at the end of the day, people are just the same.
My name is Josue Rojas. I'm an artist, a muralist, a San Francisco-based teacher, and also I teach art. So I'm really happy to be here with you guys. I'm going to share with you guys a little bit about San Francisco murals, specifically to the mission and to where we're at right now, which is Palmy Alley. We've got a resurgence that happened in San Francisco in the 60s and 70s of sort of reclaiming space visually through cultural expressions, and mural making was really at the forefront of all of that. Right around when that movement started to kind of decline a little bit, there was a huge kind of influx of Central American immigrants into San Francisco, and that really helped, that really kind of brought new life to the movement. The group that helped put this together in the 80s was a group called Plata, and it was all about justice in Central America. So a lot of the things that we're going to be seeing over and over again pertain to the immigration, the migrant community in the United States, and also the struggles, the reason why people migrated in the first place from Mexico, Guatemala, Central America, and different parts of the world. So I read a book called Enrique's Journey. It's about a young man who comes from Honduras all the way through Mexico to reunite with his mom who's living in the United States. So this whole piece is about that. Los muchachos que se vienen en la bestia, ¿sí? Encima del tren, de eso se trata. So it's young people who are migrating, young unaccompanied minors who are migrating from Latin America through Mexico on the top of the train. So I wanted to tell that story because it was important. I wanted people to learn about the migration story, the immigrants' plight, and also to have love and respect for them. Because when we think about immigrants, we think of people that are in the shadows, but the truth is, there are people that are next to you on the bus, there are people who live next to you, and the people who create things that we love, like food and music and vibrancy, right? So these are the things that are in my mind as I create my work, and specifically with this work, it's what inspired that.
I just want to say thank you to everybody that helped make this possible. Jesse, Scott, Abby, Eva, Alejandro, and Rachel, and before I even got here, it was my first time on a plane, and that was already an experience, and then I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty nervous when we got here because I thought I'm gonna get here and everyone's gonna know how to do everything, and I'm just gonna not know. And I made some great friends, and I'm really proud of what we all did.
Thank you, Alexis. It's okay to cry. I've already been crying over there. Okay, next we're going to talk about Anike, Annie, Benedict.
Thank you very much. Yes, before I introduce Annie, I'd like to say a couple words to everybody here. First of all, my name is Jesse Garnier, Assistant Professor of Journalism here at San Francisco State. Personally, my wife and I have been married for 23 years. We are not blessed with children of our own, but I am blessed with the children of others. And I like to say every semester I get 100 new 5-year-olds masquerading as 20-year-olds in college. This time, I've been blessed with 10 young adults finding their place in the world, finding their place in a complex universe, and making a path of their own in a way that touches me more than I can really even express. To see the kind of growth I've seen this week from each of these individuals. So many people, I know some of you arrived as friends, with friends. I think you're departing with many more friends and people that we care about are some of the most valuable things that we can have in this world. And I'm very proud to get to know each and every one of you. And it's something that, as a teacher, I have learned so much this week about you, about me, about that camera, about Premiere, about everything that we've worked on. And as a teacher, to be a good teacher, the one thing you have to be is a voracious learner. And I feel very enriched this week from what I've learned from you. So thank you very much. Now, spend a second talking about Annie. Like I mentioned, one of the beautiful things about this is to get to know people a little bit over the course of the week. We spend a lot of time on the bus, we spend a lot of time walking, we spend a lot of time talking to each other, and Annie was someone that I've seen throughout this week be willing to give of herself to help people in every situation, to extend a hand, to point things out, to share experiences, and all the while pursuing what has been a dream of journalism for quite some time now. So it's very enriching to me to see each of you move forward. And Annie, I really want to congratulate you on what you've accomplished this week. So congratulations. Watch your video and then have a few words.
Today we're here at Ocean Beach in San Francisco, California. Benedictus. I'm a student at Imperial High School and the editor of IHS News. I'm 17. I love the beach because the water calms me and there's just something about the beach that's so peaceful. Chelsea. I'm 25, and my hometown is Livermore, but I've been in San Francisco since then for about 7 years now. coming to the beach is getting outside, and it's away from downtown, so the hustle and bustle of all the chaos, and it's just really great to get some fresh air. It is just so friendly and has like a really great vibe with all the different people and tech boom versus artists in the city.
My name is Arely White. I'm a high school student from Valley Youth Voices. I'm 17 years old.
My name is Alberto Lopez. I'm 18 years old. I go to Valley Youth High School. I like the beach because I never really go a lot to the beach. Where I live, there's not even a beach close to us. It's about 2 hours away.
The weather here, but it's a little, it's like bipolar. It's cold and it's hot, but I like it. The weather especially. Over there it's hot, just hot. And here, it's either cold or hot. And then it changes here, over there it stays the same. It's actually a little different over here. Compared to over there, it's, people out here are always out. Over there, they're inside, they don't really come out like they do here. It's just way different out here. When we walk from San Francisco to Beaver Valley, actually, the beach, because we need one over there, it's super hot. And what I would want from Valley to be over here, probably the restaurants we have over there, because, you know, Johnny's, they don't have none of that stuff over here, but yeah.
안녕하세요. I'm from Imperial. I'm going to be a junior in Imperial High School, and I'm part of Youth Voices Digital Institute. A lot of fun, you know, not being in Imperial and actually enjoying cold weather. And knowing that it's at the very west coast of California, it just amazes me.
So as Jesse said, I've been doing journalism for a while. Been doing it for 4 years. So thank you to everybody who's had faith in me along the way. Richard, who's 14, who is here. My parents, my mom, Sydney, my dad, David. My grandparents who are watching. My boys, especially, my best friends, my friends. I learned so much this weekend. I loved getting to know each and every one of you. And it's something I'm always going to remember because you guys are like family now. So I love you all so much. Thank you for an amazing weekend, teaching me a lot.
You made everybody cry, Annie. Next, we're going to talk about Brandon Ibarra.
Thank you. I want to make it clear to everyone who's watching at home and everybody in this room and everybody that is curious about this program, exactly what you're seeing in these videos. This is 100% student shot video. It's 100% student produced video. This is not Scott and myself and other professionals putting things together and having it over to you guys. This is not you working with our work. This is your work. This is your message. Everything that you see on screen is student produced from start to finish. And I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud of the work everybody here has done. I want everybody to understand that this is your work and you have a lot to be proud of. Now, Brandon Ibarra. We have 10 students here. We have 8 females, 2 males. Beto got his moment in the sun. Brandon is sort of the quiet partner of Beto. And once again, don't be fooled by the quietness. I spent a lot of time talking, trying to get to know people, and also trying to get a little bit of a reaction and a rise out of people. And I started out asking Brandon some questions about his school, about what he does. And by the end of the week, Brandon was asking me questions about, do I dance? Do I like the music? very, very inquisitive, very serious, but someone who sets his mind to something and does the hard work when he needs to, and I think we'll see the results of that in these videos. So come up and accept some congratulations, Brandon and Mara.
Yes, my name is Brandon Ibarra. I am 17 years old. I'm about to be a senior in Valley Youth High School, and my hometown is Valley, California, and Mexicali, Mexico. This week has been very interesting because we went to visit a lot of places like the beach, the city hall. We went to an Oakland A's game, and we went to the Mission of San Francisco. I like the weather from the beach, taking pictures with my fans. We went to the city hall to interview David Campos, which is the supervisor of the District 9 in San Francisco. The city hall is cool because you can see the people getting married, and we're going to a boarding game. The Oakland A's game was fun because even though they lost, my friends and I were having fun watching the game, going and fighting for the Oakland A's. And we got to interview the translator of the Oakland A's. Going to the mission was also fun because we interviewed Alexis Terrazas and Mabel Jimenez, which they work for the Tecolote newspaper. And we also walked through the bombing alley, which is an alley that has a lot of murals about the history of the immigrant. Yeah, this week was pretty fun, and I got to learn a lot of the things I didn't know and that I could use in the future. And I hope I can come back to San Francisco one day.
Well, I want to say thank you to everyone who made this possible, to my friends, my teachers, Mr. Flores, Scott, Jesse, Eva, Richard, Josue, Gabby, Alejandro, and I learned a lot, and as I said in the video, I can use it in the future, and I hope I can come back to San Francisco.
Okay, last but definitely not least is Isabella.
So there's a saying with journalists, there's a question that journalists always ask another journalist when you meet another journalist. Not, well, how are you, not how's it going, what's the weather like, but what are you working on? That's the story, that's what journalists want to know from each other. What's the story? So I asked, as we're walking back from 24th Street, along 24th Street, back from the mission, I found myself walking next to Isabella. And I asked her, well, what's your story? What are you working on? And expecting, well, not sure, we're looking at this. She had a specific answer with a specific idea and a specific plan for how she was going to present it. And that's exactly what she did. To me, the word that represents Isabella is determination. And that's exactly what we saw in your production. You knew what you were going to do, and you went out and you did it. And I'm very proud of you and very pleased to be able to introduce your video. Thank you.
Just a little bit about myself. My name is Alexis Terrazas. I'm the editor-in-chief of the Tecolote newspaper. We're a bilingual Latino newspaper that's been serving not just San Francisco's Mission District, but the Bay Area community since 1970. We were founded in 1970 out of the 1968 strike at SF State, where students were demanding a College of Ethnic Studies. But out of that college, there was a AFS journalism class that was formed, and out of that class, the Tecolote was born.
some photographers about a month ago, when, you know, a lot of stuff was going on with the Frisco 5, the hunger strikers, and all these protests in City Hall. And there was one day in particular I was trying, because there were so many protests within like a month, but there was a big one, and everybody went to City Hall, about 500 people. And within all the mix-up, some photographers, our photographers, got kind of roughed up a little bit. Like one of the photographers, Joel, was now interning at the Examiner. He got shoved and fell down the stairs in City Hall, and his camera. So him and then another photographer, Gabriela, and Gotti, she was also, she was just shooting, she wasn't being disruptive, she wasn't doing anything. And they started just dragging her, basically. And she was gonna get arrested, and she started kind of freaking out and yelling, and luckily another photographer, the one who fell down the stairs, just kind of started yelling, she's press, she's media, and so they let her go. And she got banged on the head with a baton, really badly. She went to the hospital during the Occupy a few years before, 2012, you know, other of our friends who, you know, Ramsey and Greg Seaman, a former editor here, they were in Oakland and they were tear gassed. And after that, every time we went out to the protest, we were carrying some kind of face mask or bandana or something like that.
But policing is a very important piece of it, especially, you know, I'm a big proponent of foot patrols and having cops be visible. But that's only one piece of it. The police officers themselves will tell you that it's not just about, you know, responding to crime when it happens, but also preventing
Everyone should feel safe in their own home, whether they're gay, white, African American, Latino, young or foreign. We are still all one.
I want to say thank you to everybody. I feel like this is definitely an experience of a lifetime, but I mean, besides going to the A's game, which is the best part for me, I think I really enjoyed the experience, but I enjoyed the people. Like, I really grew to love most of you guys. And thank you, Scott, so much for that baseball. I'm going to cherish it for the rest of my life. Anna, Gabby, love you. And everybody, there's so many, and I don't want to say some names and forget some of these. So I love you all. And thank you. And don't forget me. I love you, Mom.
Wow. I'm blown away. Like Jesse said, these were your decisions. You make decisions on what to put in your video, how to edit, the sound, everything. Some people guided you and gave you advice, but this was you. And Jesse has said that you learned more in a week than some of the students learned all semester. So I don't know if you realize just the amazing body of work that you've done. And I hope that when you go back, my dream is that you continue to be storytellers in whatever way you can. You learn skills here, you can share them with other people. The Renaissance Center is going to continue to work in the valley in the fall. And I'll probably be going down there, so I'll expect you to be my tour guide. Okay? But we're going to continue to work with Jose's class, with Esteban and Ortiz's class, with Ivy's class, and we're hoping that you will come along with us and help too. Now, you use really like fancy equipment up here, you use fancy software, but the thing is, you can use your phone and you can use YouTube Editor.
Actually, I can say something about the work that you did and the work that I hope that you continue. First of all, we packaged up for each of you on a thumb drive all of the work that you've produced, all of the footage that you've shot. Hours and hours and hours and hours of footage collectively. So everyone will get to take home exactly what they've worked on, be able to do more with it, be able to use it to grow and to learn even more. The second thing is, like Ella said, you don't need a big camera and fancy equipment to tell stories. All you need is the determination and the will to go out and do it. And do so, and you need one other thing that you heard from me and you heard from others, and that's that you care. So you care about who you're telling stories about, you care about what happens in this world, and you care about making a difference, whatever that means. So this little stick will help you, but nothing will help you more than your own will and your own drive to do whatever you end up doing, which from what I've seen this week, you guys have no problems with that. So a little something to take back with you. You also have some SF State stickers to take with you. And I forgot to bring with me today, I have SF Bay stickers for you. So you can put those SF Bay stickers on your book bags or on your wherever, and we can be able to spread this message. So, thank you.
Okay, so when you go back, if you forget how to do something, we'll be sending you something in the mail, some tip sheets and things like that, and the SFA sticker. But if you do forget something, I'm going to send you all of our emails so that you could always, call or email us and ask us for advice. We're here for you. You have made friends in San Francisco that are really, really good in this. You've made an impact too. Here I go. Right. Tomorrow you'll be traveling home, and I want to ask you just do some housekeeping stuff too that I want you to pack tonight. So in the morning you don't have to pack. Just leave out whatever you're going to wear and what you need in the morning, because the shuttle, and I confirmed the shuttle, is going to come pick you up at 10:15. So you have to be out where they're going to pick you up at 10 sharp. And I'll be seeing you in the morning because I don't want to just leave you tonight. I have to get my bugs in tomorrow. So does anyone else have any last words to say? Okay, and then we're going to watch a slideshow that Scott has put together. Thank you.
Yes.
Like everyone, I'd like the entire group, if you can get up, stand up, and we're going to give you an extended round of applause for all the hard work that you've done this week. And we're going to do it as loud as we can, okay? So on 3, 1, 2, 3. Congratulations, you guys, you are awesome! Thank you. Thank you.
Last chance for last words before we.
I just want to individually thank Josue for his amazing art skills, Richard, who's more than a chauffeur, Gabby for just being awesome and understanding my love for Hollow, Jesse and his brightly colored shoes, and his just constant positivity. Stop. with one team. We're being so chill. And just amazing. And Eva, yeah, everyone's just really getting along. We love you. I'm not gonna miss you, Eva. Just kidding. We miss all of you guys so much. Even though I didn't really like speak much and I annoyed some of you, it was really good. The only time success comes before work is a good challenge. Work hard.
I just want to say that this is my first time working with you, and it's been really life-changing, and I mean that in the most honest way possible. You've had an impact on me in so many different ways, and just getting out of grad school a month ago, like I cried here and I didn't cry at my graduation, but more than anything, I've realized how I can use my skills that I got in graduate school and share them with you. And I'm so happy to see the fruits of your labor, and I'm so proud of each and every one of you. And I've told you multiple times, please keep in touch. If you need any help with your college essays, we're here for you. You can call me, you can email me, we can check them out over Google Docs if you have any questions about scholarships. I'm here for you. So use me, okay?
Thank you, and with that, I'd like to bring to an end our graduation so we could eat some cake. And thank you, everybody who's watching on the live stream. These videos are they live now on the, okay, they're live now on Imperial Valley Youth Voices.org. You can watch them there, and thank you, everyone.
Oh, you want me to stop? Bye-bye.